So we'll look here now at the moves that I want you to basically practice. So we can kind of, if you film it yourself, you can know what you're looking for. Again, send some videos across to me so I can say yes or no. All I would say, make sure when you're setting this up, okay, the camera is in line with your hand path or your hand position, okay? Right. If you put the camera behind the golf ball, the club will look way on the inside, yeah?
Right. Okay.
Very few people put it on their feet line, but most people put it on their club head line. And the takeaway will look awful, and then you'll start trying to push the club back away to the camera.
To make it look right,
and that's why so many goals, when they check their takeaway, they got the camera situated wrong, they try and then match the swing to the camera.
So in line with basically my
exactly.
My hand,
so yeah, so if that's basically the middle layer of the camera there. I've got that sort of set there. Okay, so as we're going back, we're seeing the hands, as you can see, moving inside, and the club now is saying what we say outside. So at this point here now, this would be perfect. Yeah, your hands have moved in toward your left thigh, as you can see. You've turned your hip and your shoulder, and the club has stayed outside. So now we're in a stronger grip position, which is helping the club face. We're in a better hand path. The continuation up the top of the backswing now would then bring that golf club back more in this line as opposed to that line, okay? So you've got to practice this sensation now, okay? So you said that hip, I'm pushing the finger down that wrist hinge there. So you see how I push that down, it's almost like you gain some angle there with the forearm and the wrist there, and the club stays outside. So it's doing this motion here as much as you can. So the hands are working in and around. That's perfect. If you can get to there, absolutely spot on. And it'll take, again, 4 or 5 minutes a day.
Yeah.
Maybe 10.
No, I'm all right
if we can do every day, just sort of just put the camera down there. Again, ping them across. There we go. So we're doing this. Now, I did a few of these by yourself. Okay, what we don't want, so this is the bad version.
Yeah.
And this one will often get when the camera's behind the camera, down the ball line, should I say.
Yeah, because you're
trying to match the club up to the camera, yeah. And then obviously that one there, okay? So that's bad in one way. This one's bad in the other end, but your forearm now is rotated, so the back of your glove now is pointing up to the sky, okay? So that's the one we don't want to have. So pushing that club away with the hip turn and that wrist hinge, okay? I then stepped away, and then watch yourself do a couple by yourself, so we'll see how good. So see how the blue arrow is still there? So that one there's more of a wrist hinge there rather than your hip and arms moving in here. We want to see the blue arrow disappear. So it's not disappearing, the little blue arrow behind. That was a better one, but you rolled your foot. So that was better. Yeah. Look where the club's gone. So you either get your hands working correctly or the club head works correctly. You've got to match them up together, you see. So that's the key thing, all right? That's more forearm. Yeah, exactly. That was better. That's good. That's a good one. So out of those three, one was wrong in one way. Two was wrong in a much more, probably worse way for you. Three was pretty good, okay? Okay, it's in that window again. The hands are working okay. We can still see the club head. Exactly, yeah. So, but the way you force is by pushing that wrist down, okay? So you can see now there's already forearm. You're already doing that, you see, as opposed to almost that pushing back with the hands. This club will now get quite a bit behind you. There you go. You can see even before that club, I can see from about here whether or not that club's going to work correctly. Okay.
It's going to take me a while to get out of it because that's.
And then there's right and then exactly, but that's your brain saying, "Oh wow, the club is way behind me.
Yeah,
the club head is open." And
I got to correct it.
Golfers are quite clever, and your golfing instincts are quite high. Yeah, if that club was whipped inside and opened up, your brain's going to tell you one of two things: either you've got to dump it over the top. Secondly, you've got to come from out, so you've got to come from the back foot, or you roll and flick your hands because. It's very hard to hit a golf ball from that direction into the golf ball and square that club face up consistently. You do it every now and then. You go, oh, it's gone miles. What do I do different there?
Yeah.
And you won't know, yeah? So really got to work on that takeaway there. So see when I do it there, see how that blue arrow between your...
Yeah.
We zoom in there.
Yeah, it goes...
So I'm pushing that in. You can see that when you're doing that, your hands automatically now are working. I can't see your glove really until about here, yeah? There's not much of it. There's about sort of showing as you get back there. So this movement here is key. And the thing is, if we can get good at this, the rest just kind of happens. Now, what will happen is, if your club gets to here and you continue into the backswing as you normally do, you'll come over the top and you'll pull it way left and you'll get some draws. That, to me, is what we want to see on the driving range. Yeah. You just get pull draws,
Yeah.
Because then it will make sense for your body to move. So I'd really, honestly, if you want to, Tony, encourage you to send some pics or videos across of you doing some of these practice takeaways so we can just...
I'm not tech guru.
Yeah, we can show you how to set up in literally 2 seconds. It wouldn't take too much on this. You can do that, okay? So you can set that up, okay? Get that feeling of that takeaway, because once that's done and you've got a good spot here, everything else kind of falls into place. Yeah, your brain will start saying, "Well, hey, that club face now you can see."
Yeah.
There's
Once
your
you hit a couple of good shots doing that,
Yeah.
your brain's going to say, "All right, well, that's where
Yeah.
I need to be." So
those spine angle and club
it's,
face are basically spot on. You see, yeah. So that club now is in a really good position. You continue to turn the club on the way back now with your body rotation. We've got a square club face back to the golf ball. We're going to start now seeing shots that go a lot straighter. So it's definitely work on this takeaway. You can see that one there. So your glove there is
Yeah.
straight away shown, you see, yeah? So that's, even though you think, oh, I'll move my body.
No, I can see that.
Yeah.
Straight away, I can see.
There's no
my
hip.
wrist wants to go straight
exactly,
away.
Yeah, because that's what you're,
My first bit of takeaway is turning my wrist over.
yeah. Because you've been, again, a lot of people
And
get
then I
told,
realise, I get quite a way back and think, whoa, hang on a minute.
So this is a better
then I
hand-
try and correct it.
this is a better, your hips and hands are moving this one now. You can see your hips are sort of moving more because your left leg's showing, okay? But then your forearms do what they want to do, and the club gets here. Yeah? So this one is no real hip turn yet, and just forearms folding. This one's more hip turn and body, but the forearms still fold, yeah? So once this, I mean, you think if I was going to slap this table, my palm is facing that table, I would take it back, I would hinge this way. I wouldn't want to go, because I'm going to potentially come back like that, or I'm going to try and twist it like I did my hand this way.
Yeah, you just
It's going to hurt, yeah? So your wrists are just doing this, you see, as you swing your back. What you want to do is you want to do this corkscrew in, yeah?
Yeah.
And that creates a lot of inconsistency. So, make sense, yeah?
Yeah.
Good.